On tonight's episode, we talk about Jurassic World Rebirth.
And on the pop culture news. Happy Independence Day. Happy 4th. It's America's 240th, 9th
Oh, okay.
birthday.
Yes.
Oh, huh? Is it? Did I say it wrong?
You had me there. I thought you were stopping at 240th, and I was going to jump in and correct you
I say
because it's a
200th,
compulsion. Yeah.
40th,
Yeah.
90th.
So that's, yeah.
Yes.
That's on me. You did it right.
A year from 250th.
Yeah.
250th.
Mm-hmm.
So happy Independence Day to all. I hope you're having a good time with family, celebrating America. It's a good weekend, movie weekend. Traditionally, they release big movies, and we saw one of those. We're gonna talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So are we just gonna jump in? Any other thoughts?
I mean, I don't know. Do you?
No, let's go for
America?
it. I mean, yeah, America's great. We've got plenty of problems. We've always had, but we also, I think, are super equipped to solve those problems, and so I'm hopeful for the future.
Yes.
And grateful for the past.
Yes. Great day for America. Much better than everywhere else. Just saying. But let's talk about.
I don't know. My dad lives in Sweden. It's like 20 degrees cooler there, and I'm really feeling that right now.
That's why Americans created
air conditioning.
Yeah.
Sure. Fair. Yeah. There's that.
See, American ingenuity. Edison, Jobs, Lindbergh. Not Lindbergh. Yeah. He just flew.
I mean, he was the pilot, but he got stuff done.
The Apollo team.
There we go.
That maybe or maybe not.
Oh my gosh! On this day of all days,
I didn't finish
you
the phrase.
Throw shade.
I didn't finish the phrase.
I
didn't. I said maybe.
It's one of my triggers.
Maybe or may not be alive. I don't know. Did they all die? Right?
I think Buzz is still around.
Buzz is still buzzing.
Wrong.
Yeah, good for Buzz.
Good for Buzz.
Anyways, so great day for America. We're here to celebrate with you.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about this very American product that we saw last night that premieres officially today, but it's been out for the special 4th of July weekend. So this one technically started on Wednesday in some places. Had the previews yesterday. Officially, the premieres tonight. And we're talking about Jurassic World Rebirth. The latest installment on the Jurassic Park / World franchise. So the dinosaurs are back.
Yeah. So this film. But before we went to the movie, our 8-year-old was asking us what we were going to see and what's it about, and I said, well, this one. There's some scientists who made dinosaurs again, even though they probably shouldn't have, and there's some people who want to use those dinosaurs to make money, even though they shouldn't. And so a bunch of people are going to go to the island where the dinosaurs live, even though they shouldn't. And the dinosaurs are going to try to eat them, and the people are going to try to get away. And she was like, but you haven't seen the movie yet. I was like, yeah, but that's what they're all about. And it's true, that's what they're all about. And that's what this one was about, in a nutshell. But I had a blast. It was so fun. This franchise keeps, even the bad Jurassic Park movies are still really fun. I feel like this was like mid, not one of the worst ones, not one of the best ones, but still just a blast, beginning to end.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. It had a lot of nods and references and homages to Steven Spielberg, that was not only one of the producers, but as a filmmaker, accomplished filmmaker, inspired a whole generation of new filmmakers. And Gareth Edwards, the director of this one, had a lot of nods and references on this one, from Jaws to Raiders and
Last Crusade. Yeah.
And very Spielberg things, which is always fun. When you're doing openly homaging or referencing someone, not like trying to steal someone's ideas. This was not the case. But ideas basically the same. Dinosaurs are back. This time, ScarJo.
Yeah.
was in charge of leading this group of intrepid people back to the island, which was actually another island.
Yet another island where yet another group of scientists was creating dinosaurs. So this time there's another like little bit of a twist. This island was populated by dinosaurs who were created only like 17 years ago, as the Jurassic theme parks were starting to lose popularity. So like, okay, well, what if we create like crazy mutant dinosaurs, and that'll make people come back. So this island was a bunch of scientists trying to make crazy mutant made up dinosaurs. Was that a bad idea? Yeah, obviously a very, very bad plan that predictably went awry. And so now our evil capitalists, our hopeful scientists, our rugged adventurers, and then our innocent family all get caught up there on this island full of like almost horror movie like mutant dinosaurs.
Yeah, the evil capitalists actually tried to they gave him a really good makeup. Rupert Grint plays him, but the makeup was that they're going back. They're trying that to create drugs to save mankind from heart disease, right? And
sure.
And maybe who knows, even something else after that. So it starts like that's what convinces ScarJo, and of course the big tons.
Or was it the $10 million? It was the money.
Yeah,
she was pretty open about that. It was the money.
Yeah,
she wasn't going to go for heart disease.
Pretty quick. They could still make money.
Yeah.
And because the nerd tells her, you know.
That's true. She had some growth, but initially it was money, which is a totally valid reason to do things. But I'm just saying, like the Jurassic Park formula, there's a corrupt. There's somebody who's like somewhere on the spectrum of corrupt and evil, who sees a money-making opportunity and is going to go after it at any cost.
Yeah, I feel like this evil guy was less evil than some of the others. You know, even
maybe
because even John Hammond, it's like John Hammond wanted to create dinosaurs too. You know,
I don't think he was evil. I think he was just
to make money.
Yeah, but also he wanted to like bring back this wonder of the world. So I wouldn't describe him as evil so much as misguided, hubristic at worst. But there were definitely like people around him, like the lawyer and Wayne Knight, whatever his character's name was. Who were just like, we're gonna make money. Yeah, Newman. We're just gonna make money, regardless of the human cost.
No, Newman was straight up corrupt. He steals from the company.
It's part of the show, especially in the later movies. There's all those people who are like, yes, but we could use the dinosaurs for this, and of course it's gonna cost human lives, but whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, who else is there? Mahershala Ali is there.
Yep.
And there's the young guy that I can't remember his name, but he's basically could be a Chris Evans from Timu. And there was a bunch of
are you talking about the scientist? Yeah, I could see that.
And there was a bunch of people that at first when you see the trailer, it's like, why the heck these people gonna go like leisure at the Death Island?
Yes.
Fortunately, there's more to it.
Yeah, there is a better in. Although the movie has plenty of like plot holes. There are plenty of things that happen where like they're either just really stupid or they have to make a dumb decision for the plot to move forward. But again, this is just part of the franchise at this point.
You say dumb is part of the franchise?
Yes. Literally from the beginning. Like Ian Malcolm's classic line is people making dumb decisions.
Yeah. Again, so you're throwing John Hammond under the bus again.
Yeah, I'm saying like that guy was fueled by
he wants to make money.
A certain hubris. Right, the whole time it was like we spared no expense. We like looked Mother Nature in the eye and said, "Screw you, we can do it better." And look what happened.
You see that you again making John Hammond into a villain.
I don't know. Hubris doesn't necessarily mean you're a villain. There are plenty of good guys who fall to
because this guy wants to make money to create drugs to save mankind, right?
Is he wanting to save mankind or is he wanting to make buku bucks?
What? Both, same as John Hammond.
I don't know. Their characters are different.
Okay. Anyways, so Jurassic World Rebirth is available on theaters everywhere. It's doing really well. So far did 58 million in the previews, which is really good. It's tracking
Yeah.
to make 135 plus millions, which is a really good opening weekend. Is this is a extended weekend because of the holiday,
Yeah.
but it's doing really well. So that might means we might see more of dinosaurs. And who knows if next we're gonna see the same characters, we're gonna see different characters. Who knows? Because they always come up with different dinosaurs, so they might come up with different stars because they cost a lot. They probably what they cost the most, and I don't know if they want to be willing to pay more to Scarlett Johansson, even though she delivers. She did a job.
Yeah.
And the movie is delivering, is making money. But who knows? Maybe it will be a group of teens, summer break, and end up there.
Yeah, that would be a different twist on that. On the Jurassic Park formula. Fun fact: one of the actors plays clarinet and played quite well, and so he was invited to come and join the orchestra when they were recording the score. And so he is actually on the score in some part, not the whole thing, but there are some bits that he got to play along with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
The junior Chris Evans.
Yes.
I guess they spent all the money on Scarlett, and they didn't have money. They didn't have money for the real Chris.
I mean, but did they need the real Chris Evans? I think this guy did great.
Well, but I mean, if they could get Chris Evans, yeah, you think would they blink? No, they would get Chris Evans.
I mean, maybe
Chris Evans and Scarlett that had already that the thing going on. That
no, I
chemistry.
like this guy.
Anyways, again, there's available theaters everywhere. Should check. It's fun for the whole family. There were even babies in the audience.
There were babies in the audience who did it. There were a lot of little kids. The original came out when I was about 6 years old, and I was so mad at my parents for not letting me see it. When I turned 13, it was the first PG-13 film I watched, and I was too scared to go to the basement alone for like weeks after that.
Oh, it's on TV.
Yeah, I mean, we went to the local video store and rented the VHS.
Yeah, you saw it on TV. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I saw in theaters.
Yeah.
With a group of friends. I saw a couple of times, but I think the first time I was with a group of friends, and that was like a small kid. I don't know, 10 or 11, and he cried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's just humans just getting eaten left and right. It's not pretty. All right, we saw some other fun movies this week. Heads of State is streaming on a streaming service.
On Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay, there we go.
It's starring Idris Elba, John Cena, Priyanka Chopra, and some other very talented people. Very funny, very, very campy. The premise is that the heads of states of the United States and the UK,
Great Britain.
they got into troubles and shenanigans together. And they don't like each other very much, but they grow to learn to love each other.
Yes.
And it's a buddy cop type of comedy.
Yeah.
Where the cops are the heads of state.
Yeah, they're heads of state. They've got it. There's a massive plot to undermine the global order, and there's espionage, and there's escaping, and there's terrorists, and yeah, shenanigans.
Yeah. Air Force
across
One,
Europe.
America Intelligence. It's a good one for 4th of July.
Yeah, this was fun. Was it great? No, but it was super fun and entertaining.
I mean,
they did open the door for a sequel at the end, and honestly, if the sequel is what they set it up to be, I might like that better. But this was fun. It was very entertaining.
Yeah.
It delivered what it promised.
Yes. So if it delivered what it promised, why it's not great?
I'm gonna say that I save the word great for films that are like, whoa. There's like Life of Chuck. I still am thinking about.
Yeah, but it's a two completely different genre of movies.
That's what I'm saying. Like this was fun. This was like a junior bacon cheeseburger at Wendy's. This isn't incredible food. But it's fun and it's fine. This was fun. It was fine. It's not gonna change my life or inspire me to be a better person, but it did give me some good laughs and a good time with my husband.
Yeah. But I mean, comparing the junior cheeseburgers at Wendy's and the junior cheeseburger made under the bridge by the homeless guy, isn't
the homeless into this?
Isn't the cheeseburger by Wendy's great compared to the hobo
I
cheeseburger.
guess so. But we have a tendency. I just want to save. Let's save the big words for the big movies.
Great small word. Great.
Okay, fine.
Let's talk about
How would you describe
Heads
it?
of the States. Heads
of State.
of States.
There we go.
It's available on Amazon Prime Video. It's fun. It's campy. Apparently not great.
Just I'm gonna save that word.
It's funny. You should check it. It's very very 90s vibe comedy.
Oh yeah.
If these two that work well together. We've seen them before.
Yeah.
In this one,
they were well cast for their roles.
They work well. Next, we're gonna talk about what else we saw.
Oh gosh, Old Guard 2.
Old Guard 2, another new movie on streaming, Netflix, sequel to the Old Guard movie.
Yep.
Starring Charlize Theron and some other people. I'm not gonna give you all the names. You watch the names, watch for the credits, write it down, and then there you go. Or check on internet. But so the sequel for the movie about immortals. That going around the world doing good deeds to help mankind because they are nice. They live virtually forever, and they are back to this one for more shenanigans.
Yeah, so this time Uma Thurman and Henry Golding joined the cast. We learned a little bit more about the Immortals lore, maybe a little bit, maybe not so much about like where they came from, but kind of how they evolved into this whole like we're going to protect humanity thing, and a little bit more about like their powers and how they work and how they don't work. And Charlize Theron kicks butt. And
yeah, it's still keeping the mystery, right? You still don't know why they are the way they are. Which was always
a good mystery box to keep closed.
Which is always a great thing about Highlander, right? Until they come in the second and try to explain, and then they recut the second and just explain again, until on the third one they basically ignore the second.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's fun. It ends on a big, gigantic, massive, great cliffhanger. So the movie basically doesn't end.
Oh.
Because it's not even a cliffhanger because it's like you are hanging on the cliff, you get up to the cliff, and you decide what you're gonna do next, looking what's going on down there or up there. It doesn't. Well, you have to see. I'm not gonna spoil. Yeah. It's fun, as fun as the first one. Most likely they're gonna do more, I guess, or maybe. Yeah. It's one of those cliffhangers that people will hang on the cliff forever. But, yeah. The Old Guard is available on Netflix everywhere.
Yeah. It was fun. Okay, next up, an animated installment in the Predator franchise. Predator, Killer of Killers.
Yeah, another feature released on Hulu. This, I think this was last week. But... very interesting take on the Predator story. We see predators coming to Earth to hunt, as they do, in several different moments in time. Yeah. Back on I can't remember the dates of the first one.
It was like 5th century. So 5th century Vikings, 17th century Japan.
In 1941, World War II time. A little bit before and a little bit after the war. And they hunt these people. They hunt mankind, and some people stand up for mankind and for themselves, and beat the crap out of those predators.
Yeah. Well, it starts, and I haven't seen most of the franchise, but this one started with a text, and it looks like it's from some sort of like Predator sacred text type thing where it says like go out into the universe and like find the like hunt the greatest predators, and whoever you can't kill is the killer of killers, and like seek them out or something like that. And that kind of sets up the premise for this one. Is that mentioned in any of the others?
I know that's implicit, right? They come here and hunt.
I guess so.
And they're hunters.
But this takes it beyond, like, this isn't just for funsies. This is like core to their
their
society,
religion,
their civilization,
their culture,
their raison d'etre.
Yeah. the leitmotif, but
The zeitgeist.
yeah, it doesn't. Oh, you're gonna throw like the
Oh, sorry.
Alibaba.
Yeah.
You're gonna throw like fancy words. The mise en scene.
Yeah.
Anyways, so they come and hunt. We do not know much about their culture, their planet. But the movie starts. The premise of the movie is that, but there's more to it. I'm not gonna tell. It's beautifully animated.
I love a good animation.
It's very, very interesting, entertaining. The cast does a terrific job, and there's room for more. This
Oh,
one
for
is,
sure.
This one is produced, directed by the same Dan Druckmann that directed Prey, the last installment on the Trachtenberg.
Yeah. Okay.
He directed Prey, the last installment on the Predator franchise. There's more coming. This movie has nods to a lot of the Predator universe. Some obvious for the recent fans. Some more. You have to know more about Predator from the past, but it's fun. It's really fun. Bloody, but fun.
Yeah, I feel like animation is a real. I like animation in general, but I think it's really fun for something like this because you can go into some of the more. I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. Animation works well for this franchise, and I would not mind seeing more from this. I loved Prey. I do want to see the other Predator movies, but so far I feel like Trachtenberg is 2 for 2 here.
Yeah. Okay, and that's all the movies we saw this week. We also finished, like most people, everybody else, finished the Squid Game series franchise, and it was good.
It was good. So when he says like most everybody, this was the first show to debut at #1 on Netflix across 93 countries. So this isn't just popular here, popular with like a group. Like this, everybody is watching this film. It is uniting the world. What does it say about the world? I don't know, but I mean,
series.
We're all.
Not film.
Oh, film. Sorry. Everybody's watching Squid Game.
So it was a follow up the previous season, and we follow our heroes, anti-heroes, whatever you want to call them, into this game for a bunch of billion money. I don't know if you can remember the money, and then it comes to a conclusion, and you're gonna have to see. You're not gonna spoil, but it ends as it starts. I think it ends in a good way. There's a scene that made people's heads pop.
Yes, ours included.
But the director said that it was not the intention with that scene to set up what comes next, to set up a sequel or a spin-off. It was not. It was just like to do it. But Ted Sarandos, and with his buckets, boats, trains full of money, might think otherwise. They might convince them to make more.
Yeah, because it was a heck of a closing scene. I feel like there would certainly be appetite for more.
The actor, right? That actor on that scene said it didn't feel like an ending. It felt like a new beginning.
It absolutely did.
But
they're not just saying that.
But again, he's just an actor. He read lines. He doesn't have input on the creation, on the producing. The creator said no. And it would be smart if he said no in 5 years, come more. Maybe 2 years. 5 years is a long time. But let this sit and marinate, and people watch and rewatch, and then when they least expect it, BAF! Moana 2.
Yeah.
No, Moana 2 was way too early. But like they do with some other things.
It really is a cultural phenomenon. Like, even if you haven't seen it, people know the references, like the red light, green light, and the icons and the game workers with the hoods. Like, everybody knows. Everyone's aware of it. So if they do more, I'd be surprised if they don't do any more with it. This isn't the sort of thing that the suits leave lying around. Okay, so let's look at the box office. F1 is doing pretty well still.
Yeah, it had a great premiere weekend. 50?
58 million.
58 million. It kicks Megan's Dolly
Megan,
butt.
Yeah.
On the butt. They only made like 10 million, which is it's a big letdown compared to the original. And it maintains Blumhouse on the slump that's lasting now 18 months. You know, they're not able to deliver. We'll see what comes next. They are making a new Megan universe movie, which apparently are gonna be more adult, which means sex doll, something like that. But anyways, what else?
Okay, well I think that's everything we got for the box office, right? Jurassic World is doing great. F1 is doing great. So far the summer blockbusters are hitting it out of the park. In the meantime, the market is also doing well. NASDAQ, S&P 500 both hit record highs. Disney and Netflix shares have gone up 50%.
And NASDAQ is going up after the whole tariff thing, which is people make me calling tariff effect. And still everybody going up, except for Warner Brothers. There's a whole mess going on there. They splitting and they losing money. They hope that Superman can save them. It's like, help us, Superman. It comes out next week.
Yeah,
but that's like mixed. To be
the pre-sales
gentle,
aren't great, right?
To be gentle, there's mixed reviews. Some people said it's a mess. It's convoluted. You're gonna love it if you're 5-year-old. Some people are loving it because I guess they learn to love the perv James Gunn's content. But the previews are doing well in the US. They talked about estimating like 100,000+. Their biggest hope was, I mean, like every studio, biggest hope is their biggest market. One of the biggest markets is China. And in China, it was like pathetic. It was doing like really, really, really bad. Losing to Deadpool. Deadpool, what else was like Aquaman, losing to Aquaman. The second one, not even the first one.
Jeez.
So, but we'll see. It's like they travel in the world. The movie's still tight. Not a lot of people seen it. They're gonna keep that way. They're gonna try to gain momentum by keep it away from anyone's eyes and mouths or keys that will type things that were like, people didn't like it. But Superman is a big brand, is a big name. It might bring people to the movies anyways. It might not bring people back because the way. Meanwhile, James Gunn opened his mouth, and every time he says something stupid, he offended some kid in China, in India. And then he came and said, no. A lot of the inspiration for this movie is Bollywood, actually. Jeez. Kiss a butt more discreetly, man. After you screw things up.
Can't think of too many situations where like a director saying more things about his movie before it comes out has like been helpful.
Yeah.
And it could just be like, I don't know, confirmation bias or I don't know, like the stupid comments are the ones that gain traction, the ones we hear about. But
and
I don't know. I feel like make your stuff and then just like let it.
I don't know if it's.
Let your marketing team do the marketing.
Studios, PR, or his PR or his representation, but he's making this movie basically about him, because like when Zack Snyder, just to pick someone in the same realm of film, because he directed The Man of Steel, when he was directing Man of Steel, I didn't know who. Please charge Roomba.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't
Don't forget,
to
folks.
charge?
I thought.
Anyways,
I did.
so the whole I didn't know who he was. I mean, I heard the name. I never seen his face. This one, you see James Gunn everywhere, and it's like a James Gunn movie. This and that. It's so much about him that I mean, if anything is good, if the movie fails, it's his fail. So fire him and move on. Well, anyways, we'll see. Next week we're gonna see it. Are you gonna come here to tell you if you should watch or not?
We will.
I mean, it's James Gunn, so probably not. But anyways.
Anyways, the Diddy trial is finally over.
And he's innocent.
I don't know if innocent just feels like such a strong word. But he was found not guilty of four out of 5 charges. Not guilty of the sex trafficking and the racketeering, but guilty on prostitution.
It was 4 charges, and he was found guilty on 2, and he was found guilty not guilty in the other 2.
Yeah.
And the ones that he was found guilty of were the heavy ones. I was like, life.
Yeah.
And the ones that he was found guilty is like, I think it's 15 years tops.
Yeah.
Which, for his brand will probably,
I don't know. He's not somebody I've ever listened to or been terribly interested in. But
Bad Boys for Life guy. That he has a song. It's Bad Boys for Life. And,
yeah, it's not my brand.
Anyways, but yeah, people celebrating out in the streets with like buckets of baby oil. And
oh gosh. Anyway, that's all finally over, and we can move on with our lives.
Yeah. The judge denied bail, so he stayed in prison until the sentencing for the cases he was found guilty, which lawyers and specialists means like if the judge didn't let him get out of jail,
he might be looking at maximum
bail to go home. Yeah, it's a tough one because he might be looking to maximum, or not. He might call it time served plus what do you call public service? Community service.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know.
There's a lot of money there,
Yeah, a lot of money, a lot of gross people. Ugh. Okay, Netflix has canceled Pulse and The Residence after 1 season each.
Pulse? I don't know, but The Residency, I thought it had potential, but it was enough. It was too long. It kept going. It kept treating the audiences as keep over explaining and over pointing at things to a thing like it's like it was like I don't know 10 episodes or something like that. It felt like 10. It could be 4.
Yeah, that's fair.
And yeah, okay. So out.
Yep. Life goes on. Grosse Pointe Garden Society was also canceled by NBC.
They were planning on maybe trying Peacock. Apparently, they abandoned that idea.
They're just done?
Either, yeah.
Okay. The Last of Us co-creator Neil Druckmann is leaving the show.
Oh.
So, creative differences, wanting to move on with his life, I don't know, but he will not be there for season 3.
Yeah. He claims, assuming that he lives and he was not fired, but he claims he's going back to Naughty Dog and take care of video games. The game industry, moving on, going to another game in the game universe and make a sequel that's crappier than the original because he has experience doing that.
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah.
All right. Angel Studios and Wonder Project are working on a George Washington biopic for 2026. And in fact, you can already buy tickets for it.
Yeah. And they do good stuff. So if you buy a ticket, you might be helping them already.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a special year next year. It's the year of the 250th.
The semi-quincentennial.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Semi-quincentennial?
Semi-quincentennial.
Yeah. 250th.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyways, anniversary of this nation. So George Washington would be a good thing to see at the screens.
It would be. Matt Reeves has finished the Batman Part 2 script.
Yeah, finally. People bugging everybody, and causing even James Gunn to say stupid things. I mean, not causing. It doesn't take much. But it's like, the guy's slow. The guy's retarded. It's like, anyways.
I'd rather he take his time and make something good than crank something out just for the sake of...
He might save DC and Guns and Safran's butt because if the things they do fail, Matt Reeves comes with a Batman that succeeds.
Fair enough. Okay, the Fast and the Furious finale is going to include Paul Walker's character.
Yeah,
it's coming 2027.
Who knows how? AI?
Yeah.
Footage that they had in the past.
Maybe, or they've done similar things before, like where they brought in his brother, and then kind of.
Yeah, but he sits there and doesn't speak anything.
That's true.
if it's just that, like, if the character is back, do something. Or they're gonna kill the character.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it would be a good ending, right? Because if the character dies and then they do a funeral for him, it's a funeral for the character as for the actor, even though the actor died like years ago.
It's been a long time.
The movie is coming back soon. Next year, 2027.
No, 2027. Yeah. The Bear was renewed for a 5th season.
Yeah. There's no. It's an Emmy darling, so they might make more, they might not. But 5th one is guaranteed. We'll see.
Yes.
It's gonna be different concerning what happened at the end of season 4.
Correct.
Yeah, we might see things drastically change.
Mm-hmm. Marisa Abela is joining Amazon's Highlander movie.
Yeah, she's big. She's on the industry, and we saw her on Black Bag.
Black Bag, yes. Okay, what the Yankees are doing? They've got a fun little bobblehead for fans.
Yeah, celebrating George Costanza from Seinfeld. There was George. There was a member of the Yankees.
That's right.
He was
one of the finest.
Traveling.
Not traveling. Travel coordinator.
Travel coordinator.
Yeah.
Yes. And he liked to sleep under his bed.
Under his desk.
Under his desk.
Yes.
Under his bed. Everybody sleep under the bed.
Yeah.
And they made Funko Pop made one that is that.
Yeah.
With a nice scripture in the back saying, what was it?
So like I love a good nap. Sometimes it's the only thing that gets me out of bed in the morning.
Right.
Something like that.
And that
which resonates with me. Like, yeah, oh man.
And they're giving away for ticket buyers 18,000 of those ticket buyers.
Yeah.
But it's selling out in the black market for
more than the tickets. Right?
The ticket's like $25. It's selling for a lot more, like $200-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's a fun one to have.
It is. I think it is very fun that the Yankees are honoring this part of their heritage.
Yes.
Yes, the Costanza years. And then the marketing, regardless of how we feel about James Gunn and his contributions to the Superman saga, the marketing I think some of the marketing has been pretty fun, including an 11-foot tall statue of Superman that's suspended above the Shard in London.
Yeah.
It looks kind of cool.
It does look kind of cool. Yeah. No, they're investing a lot. You compare to the other movies coming around the same time, Jurassic World that just came out, Fantastic Four is just coming out. It's like it's I don't know, doubling, tripling, if not quadrupling.
Oh yeah.
The amount of ads and trailers and internet publicity for the movie.
There's a lot. Not quite as bad as Wicked. Wicked went to they crossed boundaries and explored frontiers of marketing.
Yeah.
Film marketing, I feel like. Yeah, I feel like it was everything was like green and pink for a long time. It was like toothpaste and deodorant and like pasta. Like it was everywhere. You couldn't really get away from it, but anyway. Yeah. So Superman is seen floating. You should look at the pictures. It looks pretty cool because it does look like he's just there. You know. Anyway. So yeah, we'll get to see that next week and let you know how that goes. The movie, not the statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
That's the whole thing.
I guess that's it. Again, we're coming back next week with more pop culture news entertainment. We're gonna see Superman. We're gonna see the second final season shortened because of the whole sexual allegations.
Oh yeah.
Of Sandman, not Sandman, the Neil Gaiman. Nothing.
Yeah, it is Sandman, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I said. No, but I mean, they didn't shorten Sandman, right? They short the other one, right?
I think so. Good Omens.
Yeah.
I think Good Omens is the one that got the axe.
Yeah.
Although it's not good for Sandman either.
Neil Gaiman was man, but it was not gay. You can see it. Neil Gaiman.
Yeah, no, I
and he
get
was
it.
trying to be too much man on other people's business. Anyways, yeah, we come back for that. Happy Independence Day.
Yeah.
Happy 4th. Go celebrate with hot dogs and burgers and fireworks.
Yeah.
God bless.
As the founding fathers intended.
God bless America. May the force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Bye.